London Fashion Week is a collision of creative theatre and business. It's where the designers will present their ideas for the next 6 months, for Spring/Summer 2010. It's going to be very exciting. There's 59 catwalk shows and lots of other off-schedule emerging talent too. So we're running about 20 minutes late. As there's only been one show so far, there's no real reason why everything's running behind, unless, of course, Boris Johnson is stuck in a taxi, which is possible.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a huge pleasure to be here before what is, I think, incontestably one of the most intimidating audiences I've ever seen. If I was President Nicolas Sarkozy of France, I don't think I would refuse to be pictured with a group of people so glamorous, so tall, and so nerve-wrackingly big.
I think our show should begin.
I think so.
London Fashion Week is not just about clothes, it's about business. The key players are the designers, the press, the stylists and the buyers. We're at Mark Fast and we've just backstage at the moment where everyone's getting dressed. It's quite busy and it looks like another very sexy collection from Mark. Lots of little sort of bodycon dresses knit in his signature knits. So it's very exciting to see how it'll all come together on the catwalk. Mark Fast is one of a handful of very hot new emerging talents, and we've always had this reputation at London Fashion Week of sort of finding these new talents. New designers need to have support from buyers, they need to have support from the press, and that's all part and parcel of what London Fashion Week does. You know, it sees new talent and it supports it and it nurtures it and it encourages it. Hello, nice to meet you. How are you doing? So quickly talk us through the inspiration for the collection.
Well, the inspiration was sort of this Egyptian princess escaping her kingdom, taking her precious jewels with her, and then mixing it into an Aaron Brockovich attitude. I watched, yeah.
And how do you start a collection? What's the sort of jumping off point?
I think it's from the cinema. I love theatre, movies, different mystic, different types of characters, and then you work it from there in the knitwear and it all comes together.
The other thing that's really important about young designers at London Fashion Week is the relationship that many of them have with Topshop, and they sponsor a whole bunch of designers, and what this does is not only does it support the designer and gives them the opportunity to have a show, but the designer then will create a collection for Topshop, which means that their name gets out to a bigger audience. We're about to meet Bridget Cosgrave, who is the buyer for Matches. Matches is a kind of grown-up, sophisticated boutique. What have you seen so far? What have you done so far that you're excited about? Have you bought anything yet?
Well, I've just come back from New York. I got off the plane on Wednesday morning. New York was great, lovely and sunny, saw great collections. I think there's this sort of sophisticated relaxation going on. There was one thing I thought people should be buying into. It's this whole soft, relaxed feeling of bottoms, like wash silk pants. The shows are used to give you the inspiration of the collection, so it's important that the buyer understands where the designer's coming from, and that helps you make your buy, really. But we do a lot of number crunching. It sounds like an incredibly glamorous job, but prior to going onto the market, we analyse to the nth degree what we've sold the season before. And then, if you're a really good buyer, you probably throw all that up into the air and start again. Obviously you're taking all that information with you, but you've got to pick up on trends and change your mix. So one season dresses might be incredibly important, and another season you've got to put much more of your buy into trousers and jackets. That's why we haven't got computers doing our jobs. And we can see right now the resurgence of the jacket big time.
And it's interesting that some people have suggested that there's something becoming a little bit outdated about the catwalk show. Presumably you would disagree with that.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's like an artist, expressing themselves. I think it's the designer's moment to shine, really, and communicate to the press and the buyers exactly where they're coming from and their inspiration. So I think it's incredibly important.
So London Fashion Week also has a huge economic significance. In worldwide media coverage alone, it's worth 50 million every season, and it's also reportedly worth 20 million to the London economy in terms of a direct spend. Last season, orders were placed in the region of £100 million. It's not just about kind of frivolous catwalk models, it's about serious business. So we're here with Emma Elwick from British Vogue. Why is it so important for our designers to kind of be well supported and have an event that kind of shows them off to their best?
I think it's very good, to have that sense. I said the theatre, the celebration, and giving them that platform. But what's great about the new Somerset House setting is it just feels slicker and much more business-like, because obviously fashion, I think it's our second or third biggest industry. And I think pushing that kind of business side of the platform is what the shows are about, rather than just the spectacle of the catwalk.
All the big newspaper editors will come and review the shows for the newspapers. Hi, Jess.
Hi.
How many seasons have you been to London Fashion Week now?
Oh, wow, that would be telling. I think I've been going to London Fashion Week, kind of every show at London Fashion Week pretty much for the last 12 years. That's about 24 seasons, so quite some time. It's changed so much, it really has. It's kind of, the thing about London Fashion Week is it goes through, it hasn't been like a steady evolution, because in the course of 12 years it's had some real peaks and it's had some real troughs. Yeah. And at the moment we're definitely on the ascendant quite dramatically again, I'd say. I mean, the great thing about London is there's such a breadth of offering. Is there's the kind of the new crazy kids, but then there's people like Betty and Nicole who will just do something really interesting and sort of have a really nicely thought through approach on how to just update your wardrobe.
During London Fashion Week, there's a real synergy between the press, the stylists, the buyers and the designers. They all kind of bring something to Fashion Week which is important for the industry as a whole, and they kind of exist sort of with each other. So stylists are interested to know what buyers are going to buy, designers obviously need buyers to buy their clothes, and it's a kind of circular affair in a way.